friends and fellow hobbyists! I'm so glad to be back in the studio on our Saturday morning show. We changed a few things like the background and also in the show there's a few little things that we changed. Not big, but try to get better and better. After all that scratch building the last couple weeks, was ready to really just open the kit and build it. And I picked a Porsche 935 from Revell. And of course I did a couple GSM on it, but it's mainly the way it's in the box. But first, as always, the riddle! Well, here in the shop we start with a brand new build, and first we build the motor. This is a flat 6 and something different, and I'm looking forward to build it together. This engine is very famous for its air-cooled system. That's why you see that huge fan on top of the motor. The timing belt had even its own decal. So it's really detailed. I really enjoyed, by the way, also painting all that, which of course I did before I started assembling. The 6 exhaust pipes ending up in the turbo. This engine is turbocharged, which gives it a lot of horsepower. And since this motor is mounted in the rear of the car, you have the axle straight in the gearbox.
The chassis of this car was a little bit, I would not say disappointing, but not enough detailed, so I made my springs from scratch. The car comes with a working steering concept, so you have to heat up, in that case heated up a blade, and you melt the plastic so it's still movable. Front brakes have their own cooling system with those two red hoses, which I thought is very interesting. At the front of the car is also mounted the oil cooling system, which is very interesting. You have it in front and you cool the oil for the motor. Well, the motor actually is air cooled. The motor here is fixed with 3 points on the chassis, and I think it's really a nice motor, and it's something different to the usual V8s. So a few last details to the rear axle, and then I'm able to mount the wheels on my magnetic jig.
Before we went in our little break over here, there was a suggestion from one of our viewers. He had the idea to split the riddle so you have like a week time to answer actually in the comment box. You know, you have like your ideas, it could be this or that. And then 1 week later, on the next Saturday, there will be a new riddle and the answer to the riddle of the week before. I think the idea is cool. If you all want to do that, let me know that in the comments down below. If you say, oh, I'm more the traditional guy, I want the old school Saturday show, whatever. Let me know in the comments whether or not you would like the idea to split the riddle and the answer, so you always have like a week time to think over it. Rather than that, I'm glad to be back in the studio with you and doing the weekly show. Stay healthy, stay safe. Till next time, you Gary G. Bye y'all!